There's something deeply unsettling about a photo taken just before someone disappears forever. A frozen moment in time. A smile, a look, a gesture, captured by chance, and later seen as a clue or a warning. Today, we're diving into the top 10 last known photos of people who went missing. These are not just stories, they're real cases, real people, and in each case, the final image holds more questions than answers. Watch closely, because sometimes, what you see isn't just a photo. It's the beginning of a mystery no one ever solved. Brandon Swanson. Brandon Swanson was 19 years old when he drove into a ditch in rural Minnesota after a night out with friends. He called his parents, said he was walking toward a nearby town, and then, mid-call, he shouted, "Oh shit!" And then, silence. His last known photo was taken earlier that night with friends, laughing. There's nothing ominous about it, but it's the final proof of him existing before the call and the vanishing. To this day, no trace has ever been found. Not his body, not his clothes, not his phone. Just that photo, and the memory of a voice that went silent in the dark. Amy Lynn Bradley. Amy was 23, vacationing with her family on a Royal Caribbean cruise. She was photographed the night before her disappearance at the ship's dance club. In the photo, she looks relaxed, smiling, surrounded by crew members. The next morning, she was gone. Cabin security footage shows her briefly on the balcony, and then nothing. Strangely, there were reported sightings of her years later, in brothels across the Caribbean. Some believe she was abducted and trafficked. But the photo from that night remains the last proven moment of her freedom. Brian Schaffer. Brian, a medical student, was seen on surveillance walking into a bar. He never walked out. In a photo snapped by friends earlier that night, he's throwing up a peace sign. Relaxed, playful, completely unaware that within hours he'd simply vanish. Security footage showed every entrance and exit of the bar, except one camera that glitched. Brian was never seen again. No signs, no body. Just that photo. And the impossible question. How can someone disappear from a bar without being seen? Lars Mittank. This case haunts the internet. Lars, a German tourist, had a minor ear infection and stayed behind while his friends flew home. His last known image? Airport surveillance showing him sprinting, barefoot, out of the terminal, leaving his luggage behind. Before that, he sent his mom a chilling message. "What should I do? They're after me." Was it paranoia? A psychotic break? Or was someone actually following him? Lars hasn't been seen since, and the final footage of him running into the woods feels like something out of a horror film. Leah Roberts, Washington 2000. Leah was grieving the loss of her mother and brother. One day she packed up, left home, and drove cross-country. She took photos of her trip. Mountains, roadside cafes, handwritten notes. The final photo? A selfie in front of a gas station in Oregon. She looks tired but hopeful. Days later, her car was found wrecked in a forest. Engine running, valuables inside, and no sign of Leah. The scene looked staged. Some think she ran off. Others believe someone staged her disappearance. But that final photo feels like a goodbye. Maura Murray. Maura emailed her professors she'd be gone for a week due to a family emergency. There was none. She withdrew money from an ATM, bought alcohol, and drove into the White Mountains. Her last known image is ATM surveillance footage, where she looks calm, focused. That night, she crashed her car in a small town. When police arrived, she was gone. Dogs tracked her scent a few feet. Then it vanished. Some say she fled. Others say she was taken. All that's left is a few seconds of grainy footage. And silence. Tiffany Daniels. Tiffany left work early, told no one why. The next day, her car was found near the beach. Purse and belongings inside. Her final image is a parking lot surveillance photo, showing her locking her car and walking toward the sand. Then nothing. Her family believes she may have been abducted, maybe trafficked. Others think she chose to disappear. But that photo, her figure walking into the sunlight, looks like the beginning of a dream. Or a nightmare. Andrew Gosden. Andrew was 14 when he withdrew his savings, bought a one-way ticket to London, and vanished. He was captured on CCTV at King's Cross Station, alone, backpack on, calm. That photo has haunted the UK for years. No one knows why he left. There were no signs of abuse, no issues at home. Just a quiet boy on a mission. To somewhere no one has ever discovered. Emanuela Orlandi. Emanuela left her music class. She called her family from a payphone, said a man offered her a job. Then, gone. Her last known photo was a passport-style school photo. Innocent, wide-eyed. After that silence, conspiracy theories abound. Some involve the Vatican, others mafia ties. In 2023, the case was reopened. Still no answers. Her image remains frozen in time. A symbol of secrets buried deeper than most dare to dig. James Tedford, our oldest and eeriest case. James boarded a bus in St. Albans, Vermont. Dozens saw him sit down. He was heading back to a soldier's home. The bus made no stops. No one got off. But when it arrived, James was gone. His suitcase was still on board. So was his bus ticket. The only photo we have is old, black and white. A man in uniform, looking off into the distance. Where did he go? Some say the Bennington Triangle took him, an area known for disappearances. Others just call it the perfect vanishing. But that photo, it almost looks like he knew something we didn't. Every one of these photos holds a mystery. They're not just pictures. They're time capsules of people frozen in their last moment, before the unknown swallowed them whole. We see them and we wonder, what happened next? If this video chilled you, subscribe for more true unsolved stories. A like if you're still thinking about one of these cases. And drop a comment, which story stuck with you the most? Because these aren't just stories, they're real people, and someone out there might still hold the answers.